Yeah, SQL Server is an RDBMS software which is used to store the data, process the data, and retrieve the data. So it is a database. SQL Server is a database, and the main purpose of this SQL Server database is used to store the business data in the database. Suppose let's consider, guys, if you consider any business, like retail industry like any supermarket, or pharmacy industry like Apollo Pharmacy, Mediplus Pharmacy, and if you consider any health insurance or normal insurance or healthcare management, if you consider any industry and they are running their business and they are maintaining their data in a files. Initially they are maintaining their data in a files, but over the period they decided that they need to store their business data in the system, not into a file systems, nothing but in a database. So whatever they are doing a business, they will be having a list of products, they will be having a list of customers, they will be having a list of orders, they will be having a payment information, they will be having a category information, regional information, location information, everything. They need to store the data into, they need to store their business data into the database. So for that purpose, we are using your SQL Server database. SQL Server, the main purpose, SQL Server database is used to, SQL Server database is used to store the business data in a SQL Server database, And in that database, the data will be stored. Data will be stored in form of number of tables. Suppose let's consider here. So you have a e-commerce business. You have an e-commerce business, and e-commerce will be having a different sections. E-commerce business will be having a different sections like customer data, customer related data, order related data, product related data, location data, finance data, etc. So all these data, to store all this data in a system, we are using a SQL Server database, and all this information will be stored in a different tables. Customer data will be stored in a customer table, order data will be stored in a order table, product data will be stored in a product table, location data will be stored in a location table, finance data will be stored in a finance related tables. So finally your entire business data will be stored in form of multiple tables, and each tables will be having a relationship between the each table. So that is what MS SQL Server database. And once you store the data into your SQL Server database, whenever you want to retrieve the data from the SQL Server database, you can retrieve the data, you can read the data from this SQL Server database using a SQL language. Suppose you have stored list of the customer data in the customer table, and the list of orders in the orders table, and the list of the products table in the product table. You need to identify how many customers are placed the orders in the month of December. You need to list out the customers who has placed the orders in the month of December. So by using these tables, by using a SQL Server, you can able to retrieve the data. So that is the meaning of retrieve the data. And again, suppose if you want to process the data, process means what? Suppose if you want to, one second, guys, one second. So whatever you have a data in the database, if you want to modify, suppose you have a customer data, customer name is Shekhar K. So you want to update the data. Shekhar K means Shekhar Katikar. So you want to update the data. So that is the meaning of the process data. So finally, what is SQL Server means? What is SQL Server means? SQL Server is a RDBMS software, which is a software, which is a database, which is used to store the business data. Business means any business. Suppose you are running your own business. Some general stores. If you want to store that business data into the database, then you can use your SQL Server to store that business data into your data. You want to retrieve the data from the database. How many customers are there? How many products are there? What was the business yesterday? What is the business today? What was the business last month? What is the business this month? What was the business last year? What was the business this month? What is the profit made in the month of December? What was the new customers added in the month of December? Everything, suppose if you want to retrieve the data, then you can retrieve the data from database. And process, you have a data and you want to update something. See, product name has got changed. Customer personal details has got changed. Personal customer email address has added. So if you want to process that data, if you want to add that data, process that data, then you can able to do all these things with the SQL Server. The majorly SQL Server is an RDBMS software, which is a database, which is used to store your business data. The main purpose, you should be understand the core purpose of the database. Why are we using the database? Suppose let's consider. I will give you one of the example. If you are going to the State Bank of India bank, if you are going to the bank as a customer, you are going to the bank, and then you will provide the account details. And then you will ask the bank people. To get the your statement. You will get the statement for the 6 months. You will request to the bank people to get the bank statement for the 6 months. How they will generate the bank statement and then share it with you. They will be having a database in a back end. They will be having a front end application. Suppose, one second. One second. Suppose let's consider this is a SBI people, State Bank of India bank, and as a customer, you are going to bank and then you will provide your account details. You are asking the last 6 months bank statement. What they will do by using the web application, based on your account ID, they will search your data. This web application will be connected to your database. In this database, the data will be available. So based on your account ID, and then they will select the date from June to from December. You need a bank statement. They will pass the two values. According to that, they will get the data and then they will print and then give it to you. So that is what the data will be stored. Data will be stored. Data will be stored in the business. See, bank transactions, bank customer account, bank customer details, bank savings account details, bank current transaction. Everything the data will be stored in the database. According to the requirement, based on the need, you will retrieve the data from the based on the lead. You will retrieve the data from the database. Again, in that bank itself, suppose I am a customer in the bank. Suppose my full name is changed, my first name is changed, my email ID is changed, my mobile number is changed, my address is changed, my PIN code is changed. So they are processing a data, they are modifying your data. So that is why we are using SQL Server. This is a backend technology, backend tool, that is a database completely to store about the any kind of business. If it is a bank, if it is a retail means what? Any stores, retail stores. If it is a hospital, any hospital, Apollo Hospital, Care Hospital, AIMS Hospital, NIMS Hospital, KIMS Hospital, whatever it is. For that also, you can create a database. You can create a database and then store the data. You can create a database and then store the data. And health insurance, if you are taking health insurance, your details will be stored in the database. For all this purpose, we are going to create a database and then store the data. So that is the meaning of SQL Server. Now tell me guys, you are clear or not clear? What is the meaning of SQL Server and why are we using the SQL Server? Tell me guys.
Clear.
I
Clear,
will
sir.
ask one by one. So this is the basic definition, basic information guys. Because see, you need to understand not only a SQL Server, we have a lot many databases in the market that I will tell you. We have a lot many databases in the market. The main purpose of the database is this only. I clearly explained where and then why this database is going to use. So if someone is asked you what purpose we are using, a database means you need to have a clear picture, clear understanding why we are using database, how the data is going to store in the database. The data is going to store in form of a collection of a multiple tables, and each tables will be having a relationship between the each table. So that is the data where you are going to store in the database. Now tell me, Muhammad, you are clear? Muhammad, you are clear? What is
Yes,
database?
sir.
No doubts.
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Yeah, Narendra.
Yes.
Yeah, Vishnu.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No doubt, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, see which is a SQL Server. SQL Server is an RDBMS software. SQL Server is a RDBMS software. Like that in a market, we have many RDBMS softwares. Out of which SQL Server is one of the RDBMS. SQL Server is one of the RDBMS. Oracle is also one of the RDBMS. Teradata is also one of the RDBMS. DB2 is also one of the RDBMS. MySQL is also one of the RDBMS. PostgreSQL is also one of the RDBMS, etc. So we have all these. Products in the market. We have all these products in the market for the RDBMS software. We are here to learn SQL Server. We are here to learn SQL Server. We are learning this SQL Server. You need to pronounce the SQL Server, which is from a Microsoft SQL Server. This SQL Server is from the Microsoft product. MS SQL Server. You can pronounce MS SQL Server. You need to pronounce SQL, not SQL. So how you need to pronounce is MS SQL Server. Tell me guys, how do you pronounce this one? Tell me. How do you pronounce this one? Tell me guys.
Microsoft SQL Server.
Microsoft SQL Server, not SQL Server. Even people are pronouncing SQL Server, but the profession way is SQL Server. Fine, profession way is SQL Server. Like this RDBMS software, we have a different products. This is from a Oracle company. Okay, this is from a Teradata company. This is from a IBM company. This is from a IBM company. This is from a Sun Microsystems. Okay, this is from not sure, Postgres are not sure. So like this, we have a different RDBMS, but we are here to learn about the SQL Server. Okay, so you need to have a understanding what are the different RDBMS software we have in the market. You should be able to answer all these things. You should be list out all these things: MS SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata, DB2, MySQL, Postgres, etc. Fine. If I come to know anything, then I will add the list. This is clear, guys.
Clear, sir.
Yeah. Now MS SQL Server can be called as a OLTP system. MS SQL Server can be called as a MS SQL Server can be called as a OLTP system. OLTP system because I will tell you what is the abbreviation. What is the abbreviation means? OLTP means online transactional processing. Online transactional processing. Guys, now tell me. You are going to ATM. And you will withdraw the amount. from the ATM, and then once amount is withdrawn from the ATM machine, then you will get the receipt, right? You will get the receipt, right, guys?
Yes, sir. Right.
In that receipt, you will get your details like how many amount you have withdrawn, and then what is the balance amount you have in the account, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is whatever you have withdrawn, the amount, and for that withdrawn. So there is a on the transaction. If you see that receipt, you will be having a one transaction ID. Have you observed any time in the receipt, in the statement, guys? What I mean to say, when you withdraw the amount and then when you get the receipt from the ATM machine, apart from your amount details, you will be having a transaction ID also. Anyone has observed that one?
Yes, sir.
See, that is a one transaction. Whenever you withdraw the amount, you have done the one transaction. For that, one record will be generated for your account. That is clear. You have done the one transaction in a backend. For that, one transaction ID will be generated. And then one record will be inserted into the database against your account ID. That is clear. Still, I will
Yeah,
explain
clear.
further. Others.
Yes.
So that is a online transaction. That example, just I give you one example. That is an online transaction. Such type of transaction will be stored in the your Microsoft SQL Server database. That's why we can call it as a OLTP system. Online transactional processing. Whatever your transaction is doing, that current transaction will be stored in the database, and immediately you can able to read the transaction from the database. That's why we can call it as a OLTP system. And I will give one example. Suppose if you log into the Amazon portal with your credentials and you placed one order, and you have made the payments and you placed one order. And if you go into the order track, if you go into the order details, then you can able to see that latest order, right, in the order details. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Whenever you submit the order in the Amazon portal, for that order, one record will be generated in the database, which is related to your customer ID. That is the latest transaction. That transaction will be stored in the MS SQL Server database, so that this can be called as a OLTP system. And using that latest order ID will be the 00123. Let's consider that is the latest order 00123. Earlier is 122. Select star from order table, select star from customer table where order ID equal to 123. Then you can able to see. Suppose if you click on that latest order 123, then you can able to see all the details, right? What is the product you have placed in the order? How many quantity? How many products you have placed in the order? So you have placed the order mobile, you have placed the order pens, you have placed the order cloths, you have placed the order soaps, you have placed the order mobiles, you have placed the orders laptop, you have placed the and some cloths also. And for that each, how many quantity mobile is 2, pens are 12, 20, and then cloths are 12, and then etc. quantity. And then for all those orders, for all those products, for all those quantity, what is the amount? 20K, 20,000 rupees. So whenever you click on that order details, you can able to see all these details, right, guys? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you submit the order, one record will be inserted into your database, that is online transactional processing. Whenever you want to read, whenever you want to see the order details, what are the orders you have placed, then you are reading that latest order. You are reading that latest order from your SQL Server database. That's why this SQL Server can be called as a OLTP system, which is used to track the online transaction system, and data will be stored in the multiple tables. Have you clear why this SQL Server can be called as a OLTP system? You're clear or not clear? Tell me, guys.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
Because why I'm asking again and again, all clear or not? Because see, whatever you learn, whatever the technology you learn, you have to be very clear on the very basic things, what the particular tool is doing, what you are going to learn. So you need to talk more things. See, SQL Server database is used to store the business data, which is a OLTP system. What is a OLTP system? It will be having a online data. It will be having the current transactions, live data, production data. You need to speak like that. Fine. Why we can call it as a RDBMS? RDBMS nothing but a relational database management system. RDBMS nothing, DBMS nothing but a database management system. RDBMS nothing but a relational database management system, because the tables which are available in the database, those tables will be having a relationship between the each table. Fine. That's why we can call it as a RDBMS. Once again, I'm telling RDBMS nothing but a, make some running notes, guys. RDBMS is nothing but a relational database management system. In this RDBMS, the data will be stored, because SQL Server is RDBMS. Data will be stored in a multiple tables, and each tables will be having a relationship between the each table. That relationship can be called as in database terminology referential integrity. Having a relationship between the multiple tables, that can be called as a referential integrity plus DBMS, that is RDBMS. Clear or not clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is about the background. This is about the background of the SQL Server. Now we'll see the history when this SQL Server has started, who has started the SQL Server, and then from there, what are the developments has made. We'll see. See, SQL Server. 1 second. Actually, in the 1980s, Sybase company has started the database software. Sybase company has started the database software. Initially, your SQL Server was not started by Microsoft. Initially, the database software, the database concept was developed by Sybase company in the year of 1980s. After that, the Microsoft company has taken the logic from the Sybase company, and they have developed your SQL Server database. See, initially, Sybase company has started the concept called database. Initially, after that, Microsoft company has taken that logic, how the database will work. That logic has taken from the Sybase company, and then they have implemented their own database called MS SQL Server database. That is the history. Once they have started to develop the SQL Server database, they have started the very first version called SQL Server 97. They have started the version with the SQL Server that is called SQL Server 97. SQL Server 97. This is the very first MS SQL Server software version. Fine. And later they have started with the 2000, 2005, 2008, 2002, 2012, 2014, 16, 17, 19, and then 19, 20, 22. 2022 is the latest version of your SQL Server. 2022 is the SQL Server. 2022 is the latest version of your SQL Server. We will get all this details from this portal. When the version was released, when the version was ended, everything will be listed from this portal. I will share this. The latest is SQL Server 2022. Release date in 2022 November. This new version of the SQL Server 2022 has started. Like that, if you go back 2022, 2019, 2017, 16, 14, 12, 2008 R2, 2008, 2005, 2000, 7.0, 6.5, 6.0. In the year of 1995 June, in the year of 1995 June, SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server database has started. They have released in the market from the year of 2000, from the year of 1995. They have released. They have released very first. They have released very first version, that is called SQL Server 6.0. Very first version is SQL Server SQL Server 6.0, SQL Server 6.5, SQL Server 7.0, next SQL Server 2000, SQL Server 2000. From there 2000, 2005, 2008, 2008 to 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 20, 22. 2022 is the latest version of the SQL Server. If anyone asks you what is the SQL Server latest version, means 2022. When this 2022 software was released means in the year of 2022 November month. In the year of 2022 November month. And after that, see, you are able to see the SP1, SP2, SP3, SP4. All these things means what is the meaning of service pack 1, service pack 2, service pack 3, service pack 4 means whenever the particular software has released in the market, whenever the particular software has released in the market, once they have released, after few months, after year, they will notice that still they need to upgrade something. They identify few things need to update in the software. So they will update the updates, patches, releases. So this is the first update, which was, if you click on this, then you can able to get the when it was released. This is update 1, update 2, update 3. Like that. Update 1, update 2, update 3. Like that, you can able to see all these updates. You like this, you can able to see. Sorry, so these are the updates, patches, patch 1, patch 2, patch 3, patch 4, like that. So this is about the your SQL Server versions, guys. This is clear how many this is clear how many SQL Server versions are available in the SQL Server.
Clear.
Others.
Clear.
So this is the history when the SQL Server was started, and then when the very first SQL Server, very first SQL Server. I will explain you this one. What is the meaning of the 7.0? What is the meaning of 70? Do you know anyone? What is the meaning of this 8.0? What is the meaning of 90? Do you know anyone? What are these points, guys?
Versions, sir.
Versions, okay. Versions, okay. Then already we have this 97, 2000. This is also version, right?
Yeah.
So what is this 7.0, 8.0? No, if you don't know, then say no, then I will explain that one.
I don't know.
No.
You don't know. See, whenever you launch SQL Server software in your machine, no, SQL Server software in your machine, in that SQL Server, I will show you in further session. In that SQL Server, the version will be mentioned. The version will be mentioned based on these points only, not this version. By seeing that in that software, if you open in your laptop that SQL Server, you can able to see these points only, not this version. So by seeing these points only, you can identify that yes, if 9.0 is there, that is a SQL Server 2005. Yes, we have a 16.0 is there, then it is a 22 version. If we have a 13.0 in the SQL Server, then it is a 2016 version. Like that, you need to identify. So that's why we have a 7.0. All these things. This is clear. If you open SQL Server software in your laptop or in your machine, once it is installed, by seeing these points only, you can able to identify which software is installed in your laptop. That's why these points. This is clear, guys.
Clear.
What about this one? 70, 80, 90, 100, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 150, 160. Any idea? No, right? So whenever the SQL Server, suppose let's consider In your machine, SQL Server 2022 is installed in your machine. Whenever SQL Server 2022 installed, in that program files, one folder will be created with the Microsoft SQL Server. Within that Microsoft SQL Server, you will be having a folders 70, 80, 90, 100, and then 110. If you are able to see 70, 80, 90, 100, and then 110, then you have a software with the Microsoft SQL Server 2022. By seeing this 110, then you can able to see by seeing that folder 110, maximum is if the maximum is 110, the folder, then you can able to tell that yes, I have a SQL Server 2022 in my machine. If you can able to see 120 along with the 70, 80, 90, 90, 100, 110, 120. If you have 120 folder along with the previous folders, then you can able to see I have a SQL Server 2014 in my machine. If you can able to see 160, then you can say I have a software with the MS SQL Server 2022. So this is about the details. Now tell me guys, clear or not clear?
Clear.
Yeah. So you need to understand very clearly if anyone asks you, see, by tomorrow you will be joining into the project, you will be working with your teammates. So if you put some experience and then join into the project, if you don't know all these things, then they will come to know you just learned and then you come back, you came to the organization. If you don't know all these things, you have to know all these things. Fine. These are the very basics, guys. Okay. Now I will show you what is the course content we are going to discuss as part of our regular session, SQL Server syllabus. So this is the SQL Server syllabus. This is your SQL Server syllabus. Fine. This is your SQL Server syllabus. This is in high level, and if you come down, then this is a in details. So we are going to discuss all these things, whatever I have mentioned here. See architecture, database architecture, and then see different select statement cases from classes and all. Fine. See joins, different types of joins, subqueries, and then table expression. See here we have a CTs. Okay. In setup union, intersect, except, etc. In fundamentals, ranking functions, pivot, and then unpivoting, and the data modifications. How many types of different insert statements we have? Insert into select, insert into exec, insert into select, and then bulk insert. What is a delete statement, truncated statement? How do you update the data? What is output class? What is the insert with output class? And merge statement, fine. And then transactions, isolation levels, logs, and the programmable objects like if, else, while, temporary tables, so global temporary tables, so table variables, so table types, so dynamic SQL, stored procedure functions, so triggers, so etc. So this is my course content, guys. This is my course content. This course content will be covered from the very basic to and advanced level. If you learn whatever we are discussing in the session, whatever I am giving a content in the session, if you go through that, whatever we are discussing in the session, if you focus on that, easily you can able to clear the interview by mentioning the minimum 3 years of experience. That level of scenarios, that level of material, that level of coding, that level of examples, that level of scenarios, everything I will give you along with the explanation, along with the examples. I will also give you the exercises after completion of the each and every topic. After completion of the each and every topic, exercise means today I will explain some scenario. I will give you some scenario to write a queries from your end. And after that, if you are unable to write the queries, then I will give the solution for all those things. And also for each and every topic, if one topic is completed, on that topic I am going to give you a interview questions and then answers. I am going to give you interview questions and then answers. If you really work on all these things, whatever we are going to discuss, if you really work on all these things, whatever I am going to give, then that is more than enough, guys. That is more than enough, guys. Just the only thing is I need any hard work from you. I need any hard work from you. If you do the hard work, then easily you can able to crack. Easily you can able to crack minimum 2 to 3 years of experience interview with my examples, scenarios, everything. Once the course is complete, I will clearly support you to prepare the resume. How do you prepare the resume on the SQL Server? What are the roles and responsibilities you need to mention in the resume for the SQL Server developer? And also I will try to explain how the project requirements you will get, how you need to work in the projects. So these things I am going to help you. So this is a kind of bundle. This is a kind of bundle. If you really travel with me, and then if you really do the hard work, really do the practice, for sure I can tell you also the course will complete within 1 month. I am targeting minimum 30 sessions. After 30 sessions, if you practice more 30 days, if you practice more 30 days, in the market, you will be having a lot of calls for the SQL Server developer with the minimum 3 to 4 years, 2 to 3 years of experience. In next 1 or 2 months, then you can able to get the job within 1 or 2 months. You can able to get the job with the 5 to 6 lakhs of the package initially by putting it 2 to 3 years of experience. So that is the assurance I can give you. But only thing is you need to do the hard work and you need to learn the concepts whatever I am giving in sessions. If you really focus on those scenarios, if you really focus on those examples, that is more than enough. You no need to do the any Google. You no need to search in the Google. You no need to read any other materials. Just follow with me. Practice whatever the examples I am going to give. Just learn the things, understand the things. Just and then prepare the resume and then upload the resume in your Naukri and the monster. Then we'll proceed further. Maximum within 1 or 2 months, and you will be getting a offers. That assurance I can able to give you guys. So this is today's discussion. Just I have given a introduction about the SQL Server. What is SQL Server? Why are we using the SQL Server? What is the SQL Server? What is the history of SQL Server? And then what is our course content, etc. I have given the basic introduction of the SQL Server. Tomorrow at same time, we will continue with some other topics. Now, if you have any questions, then you can ask me, guys. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Guys, anyone is
Yes.
talking? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Any doubts, any questions?
No, sir. Sir, can we get the record video lectures?
Sorry?
Record lectures,
Record?
lecture videos,
No, I didn't get you.
daily record videos. Can we get?
What
Records,
is
sir.
it?
Record and PDF.
Recording video you will get from the institute. You can contact the institute people.
Okay, sir.
Once you take the registration with the institute people, then they will give the recording session.
Sure, sir.
Any other questions, guys? Vishnu.
Clear, sir.
So your background, you are from BCom, right?
Yeah.
Background, you have gap, right?
Yeah, sir. 4 years.
4 years gap. You don't worry. Just whatever we are discussing the session, just focus on that and learn the things. Try to put the 2 to 3 years of experience on your resume. Start trial on SQL Server. Fine.
Okay, sir.
You will get the job, and then till you get the job, I will try to support. If you get any questions, if you get any queries, if you get any doubts, I will support.
Okay.
Fine. And also I will help you people. I will help you all to prepare the resume. Also, how do you prepare the resume?
Okay.
Fine. The preparation of the resume is also important. I will also explain how do you prepare all these things on project. How do you mention everything? I will try to help you guys. Make sense?
Yeah, sir. Fine.
Any doubt, Vishnu?
No, sir.
So the 7 p.m. is fine for you, right, Vishnu?
Yeah, yeah, yes. Fine.
Okay. What about Muhammad?
No, sir. Thank you.
No, this timing is fine, or this timing is not suitable for you.
I didn't get your point, sir.
Sorry.
I didn't get your point. What do you say? Can you return?
No, that's okay. That's
Okay.
okay, fine. Narendra.
Yeah, sir, I have one doubt. At the end of the course, will there be any project, I mean, practical project explanations
See,
you'll be doing from your side?
practical, more than that practical. If you think about the practical project things,
Mm.
in the regular sessions, I will give the scenarios. I will explain the scenarios.
Okay,
How
sir.
exactly you are working the project. Same thing I am going to give you. I am going to explain the scenarios. If you really work on all those things, then the more than that you can able to explain in the interviews.
Okay, sir.
That content I can give you. That assurance I can give you.
Got it, sir.
What else you require?
And sir, I have one more doubt.
Yes.
If you learn SQL Server and Snowflake together, will there be any added advantage, sir, in the market, current market?
See, I will tell you. First, learn the SQL Server.
Okay.
Okay. Learn the SQL Server. The batch will take around 1 month.
Okay.
Okay. And after that, if dedicatedly you are working, spend 1 more month on SQL Server.
Okay.
2 months. Okay.
Okay.
And then start trials in the market.
Okay.
99% you will get the job within 2 months.
Okay.
Why I am suggesting, if you learn both the things, then you need to put the more efforts.
Okay.
Maybe at that, if you put the more efforts on the both the things, you will not become a perfect on anyone.
Got it.
Instead of splitting your time on the both the things, put 100% effort on SQL Server. Once you get the job, then learn the Snowflake and have a backup knowledge on that.
Okay, sir.
Make sense or not?
Yeah, got it.
If you want to learn SQL Server, if you want to learn Snowflake also, I am also taking a Snowflake training session in the morning. You can join that also.
Okay, sir.
If you want to take that one also, in the
Okay.
morning, I am taking the Snowflake sessions. You can contact to the institute people. They will help you to join into that session also.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So that is what my suggestion. So the rest is yours. That's it.
Yeah, okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
Guys, any doubts?
No, sir.
Shall we meet tomorrow at same time?
Okay, sir, fine.
Yes, sir.
Or any problems to join at same time tomorrow?
No problem.
Others? Others, shall we? If you don't have any questions, we will close the session for today and then we will meet tomorrow. Okay?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
we will meet tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Same time.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day, guys.
You too. Bye.